to say I'm disappointed would be an understatement. I did not like the way we played. I'll give Michigan credit. They played well, I guess. We're starting to have too many turnovers by our bigs, and never thought I'd see the day when Coop gets 2 rebounds in a game, not in the first half, and I'm sure they had something to do with that. But to dig a hole like we did, and the hook and hold thing, I didn't see it, so I have no idea. But we're 8 down, and we're going down to shoot 2 free throws, and that changed the game. I was disappointed in the officiating, but more disappointed in my team. I just did not think we played well enough. Thought there were some bizarre calls. And I thought they made the plays, especially Yaxel made a couple big plays late that were critical, and Cadeau made a couple plays. And it's a shame Jeremy played as well as he could play in a lot of ways. Just didn't get enough help from enough people. And our offense, I thought, was very poor the first half. Thought it was an incredible comeback. Thought we did everything we could do, and then we just couldn't get over the hump. So, questions?
Coach, there was a lot of big moments in this game. How do you feel your players handled it emotionally?
Not very well. I didn't think we handled it very well. I thought, Jeremy let their talking get to him and his talking get to them. I didn't think we handled it very well. I did not think that some of those new guys that didn't compete like I think they need to compete to play the game of that at that level. I mean, it was, I don't know how to look at the game. We got off to a bad start, and then we cut the lead, and then that play in the first half, and then all of a sudden it's a 20-point game. And we cut that down, and I said, let's get it down. The 12-minute mark, let's get it to 10. I think at the 15-minute mark, it was down to 5. And because we just started guarding, and we started digging in the post and getting some rebounds and getting our break going. But we didn't do enough of that, so I didn't think we handled it well.
Tom, I'm wondering about Jackson, 4-13 tonight, and it looked like he struggled a little bit inside, but he hit a couple big shots too for you guys. Where do you feel like he's at right now in terms of
Well, he's playing too many
confidence?
minutes. We had no choice. Our young guys just did not. I thought Jesse played pretty well for 3-4 minutes, and then so we played Jackson, and then Coop got in foul trouble a little bit, so we had to play Jackson more, and I thought his legs were gone at the end. So I don't blame that on him. I blame it on me.
Tom, you think there were two spans of almost 4 minutes without a point in the first half. You went the final 6-12 until the Carr dunk without a made field goal. Is that anything? I mean, this is the second straight game trailing by double digits in the first half. Is it just not making shots tonight, or was there something more to what you saw in that opening game?
I didn't think we when we didn't rebound, we didn't run, and I didn't think we moved the ball very well, to be honest with you. Again, they probably deserve some credit for that. They're a good defensive team too. It was, until that stretch, the first half, they made a couple threes, and first half, what did we shoot? 26-16. Second half, we shot a little better from the 2, but couldn't play our best shooters, Kerr and Devine, because they can't, just couldn't play them enough.
Tom, early on, was it difficult to combat their physicality and their size, and did you like the way your team responded once you got going in the second half?
Yeah, I like the way they responded, but I don't know why they responded late. I mean, everything we said, we knew. And there were a couple plays between Jackson and Coop that we came out of a huddle and said they're going to run this play, and they just we didn't do a very good job. And so I think in general we responded. I mean, to come back on a team that good like we did in 5 minutes is probably a hell of a response. But you can't dig holes that big and expect to come back either. And so I thought that was the difference. We dug too big a hole, and it all started with that hook and hold, which might have been, I have no idea, bizarre call. I mean, in the middle of everything. But there were a lot of bizarre plays. I'm sure he felt the same way. But when you win, you don't think them as much as when you lose. So, hey, officials didn't cost this game. The lack of getting rebounds and playing defense at the right time of the game cost us a game.
Tom, 4 for 23 from deep, outscored beyond the arc by 12 in a 12-point game. Did you like most of the looks you got, or were there some poor shots taken?
You know, I don't know. I mean, Jeremy took a couple that, you know, he shouldn't have. I told Cohen, you know, I don't mind Cohen shooting, but I thought a couple of them he cast it up there early, and I thought Jordan made one, and then all of a sudden he thought he was gonna. We got guys that are trying to do stuff they can't do. That's why in the last 3 games, our bigs have had 10 turnovers and 9 turnovers. It's hard to do that. It's hard to do that. And that means they're trying to do more than they can do. So we're going to have to talk about that. But, you know, there's things I've wanted to do for a couple of weeks because I saw some things coming, and we'll do that now. And yet, I'm not going to panic over getting beat in a game that we had that one stretch where just a bad stretch there in that first half, and then the second half battle all the way back, and then don't quite get it done at the end. We gave up, I think, 3 rebounds at one time, and they hit a 3. Those are daggers, you know, and give them credit. They did it, and they got them.
Tom, Jordan Scott starting the second half. What went into that decision, and what can he bring later on in the
But went into
season now
that
he has
decision,
experience?
I don't know, you know, you look at your team, and I've been pretty honest with you guys for 2 months, haven't I? What I thought some of my problems were, and yet when you win, you kind of, you know, you don't want to change things up then, and some of those problems reared its ugly head. You know, we didn't look real comfortable, and he looks more comfortable to me, so I like his comfort level. It makes me feel more comfortable.
Tom, I know you didn't get the outcome you want. Think of the Beatles song, With a Little Help from My Friends. You talked to Bill Rafter before the game. Dan Campbell's an arm length away. And the Spartans faithful were so loud tonight. What did the support mean for a rivalry game
great,
like this?
man. I mean, you know, Steve Garvey came in, Dan was here, and I think Gibby was here, and fans were phenomenal. Fans did everything they could do to help us. They were better than phenomenal. I mean, the place was electric. We just didn't give them enough to be electric about. Second half, we did. And Michigan's good. They got a good team. They have a lot of size. They can play different ways. You know, we didn't do some things that we needed to do, and when we got the lead, we didn't do what we do best. We didn't get stops or rebound. I mean, somebody told me that we had no second chance points 90% of that game. I got a couple at the end to make it look good. That's not like us. That's not who we are.
Tom, your teams are kind of known for your physical identity and stuff going up and down the court like that. Is it harder to prepare for a Michigan team that has the size that it has going into a game like this?
Yeah, they have enormous size. They have the biggest size. Maybe Illinois' got different size, but not as athletic as size. They got as good a size as anybody in the country, and so yeah, it's difficult. But we didn't move the ball. You know, we wanted to move people, and we didn't do that. Second half, we did that. Started getting some of those lobs and things, and so we didn't do a good job of that. That's my fault. That's our fault.
Kind of going back to what you mentioned about the bigs and the turnovers, how much of it do you feel like is potentially the guards not coming to them at times? It looked like, whether it be the shooting guards, whether it be point guards, is that some of that, or is it more on the post players themselves for putting themselves in those positions?
You know, I don't know. I mean, if somebody doesn't come to you, we didn't get any 10-second calls, did we? Or 5-second calls. So, I mean, got the ball. I mean, I don't know. I'll have to watch the film, but this has been 2-3 games now where they've done this, and that's, I think, trying to do more than they really can do. And you know, I didn't think we did a very good job moving the ball, and that created some of those problems, made it easier for their size to be big instead of moving their size with some athletics, and I didn't think we did that. And then he changed his lineup too and went smaller. I mean, that's not small, but smaller for them by going with Yatzel more at the 4, and that was probably a good move. I mean, Mara played well, but he wasn't as big a factor after the beginning.